So good morning, Johnny here. Good morning from the beautiful Lion Mountain Garden in Mauritius. It's 26 degrees and a little bit windy, but it's still beautiful up here. And I mean, fresh air and peace and quiet, you just can't imagine. It's beautiful. It's good for the soul and good for the mind. You may remember yesterday I introduced you to the giant African land snail, and I collected about 5 kilos. Well, my French neighbor wasn't interested in cooking them, and I certainly wasn't, because I had some chicken in the fridge, and I ended up making a chicken curry. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go and release the land snails back into the nature, because I was thinking to myself, such a beautiful, pristine place full of nature, and I really didn't want to create some bad karma by killing any animals here, even if they are little snails or big snails in this case. So yeah, I'm gonna take them back to where they came from, put them back in the wild, and let them get on with their life. So they evaded the hot pot, and now they're gonna go back doing what they do best, which is eating all the vegetation. Anyway, it's not my job to do pest control. I'm here on holiday, so I'll leave that up to higher forces. So I'm off to walk around where I know they like to be, in the dense vegetation, where it's a little bit moister and not as dry and warm, and they don't like to be in the sun, the snails. So I've got to find a nice shaded spot, or at least a place where they can hide underneath the vegetation and get away from the sun. So I brought a bottle of water with me. So I'm gonna, when I let them out the bag, just gonna give them a little drop of water just to wake them up. I've got to find a shaded spot here where they can keep out of the sun. But I think they can get underneath the vegetation if I put them here. I think we'll be okay. So I'm gonna go in the middle here. So in the middle of the vegetation. Please, if there are any snakes around, please don't bite me. So put my bottle of water down there. So I'm gonna let the snails out. So there you go, all the snails are there. They're all still alive and kicking, as you can see. Although they're a little bit sleepy, I guess, having been kept in that bag. So I'm going to pour some water over them, which will liven them up and give them the energy to go and find a nice safe place underneath the foliage. It'll keep away from the sun. So I'm just turning them over, make sure they're not being exposed to anything. I have to be very careful not to touch my mouth after touching the snails, because their slime contains microorganisms which can be very dangerous if they get inside your body. So if I happen to touch my mouth with my hands, who knows what might get inside my body. So now I'm going to open up this bottle of water here, and then pour some water over the snails. This will not only wake them up, this will also give them a nice little wet area where they can slide away to where they want to go. So I'm going to cover them with some vegetation just to keep away the sun. So just cover them with a little bit of vegetation so there's no direct sun on top of them. Then they should be alright once they wake up. At least they're not in direct sunshine, which would not be good for them. So there you go. All the snails are back in their environment, and hopefully I'll restore my good karma by doing that. So they're all back in there. Now I'm going to take this bottle top and disinfect it before I put it back on the... Actually, all the water's gone. Never mind. Okay, so there you go. So I've put all the snails back. It's my good deed for the day. They're back in the nature where they belong, and so I'm going back to my room now. So that's it. Over and out from Lion Mountain, Grand Port, Mauritius.